Rashaad Penny, 3 of the last 4 games, you guys have helped him rush for over 100 yards. Is there a better feeling as an offensive lineman to be able to put your hand in the dirt and be able to enforce your will like that at the Lions?
Not at all. No better feeling in the world than coming out with the plan to run the ball, and teams know you want to run the ball and you still able to, dominate, in the run game. We came out today with that kind of mentality, just being physical. Whatever it was called, we wanted to be physical. And, coaches had all the faith in us to continue to dial them up. And Penny just really running with a lot of confidence, really been playing inspired, and I'm really happy for him.
But is that scheme or opportunity? And when I asked Rashaad after the game, he said it was the offensive line. But there's got to be something else there.
That's a little bit of both. I mean, the scheme has been great, but it wasn't always pretty for him. You know what I mean? Like, we had some looks where he had to make some things happen. He made some guys miss. It wasn't always just clean holes for him, and he was getting through there. And like I said, he's just running with confidence. You can see just the switch that he has had over the last few weeks. So I think it's a combination of things, but Penny's been a force to be reckoned with the last few weeks. And like I said, and the guys up front, I mean, I'm proud of my guys. We've been, whenever they dial up the run, we know we want to make it happen, so they continue to do it. And, to have him go over 100 in the first half was like, that's no better feeling in the world.
You've seen him through 4 years now, Rashaad. What do you think's different about him now?
Just confidence, man. Your first-round pick come in rookie year, he had a really good year. Then he had an injury. And, if you never had an injury like that, it can really mess with you physically, trying to bounce back from that and have confidence in your body, but also just confidence in your abilities, and he had some setbacks, with the injury, and just trying to come back and have more confidence in it. And once he got that down, now you can see what he's capable of, so I think it's all about just confidence and just opportunities. We just keep feeding the ball, and, he's making it happen. I'm really happy for him.
You talk about confidence. This play could get overlooked given the number of points scored, but the 4th and 1 play, the QB sneak in the second quarter, how much confidence does that give the offense? Because it wasn't the 50-plus points at that point.
Yeah. Whenever we go for it on 4th and short, the guys up front, we're excited. That's an opportunity for us to go out and, extend the drive. And that's big on Russ's part, to want to do that, and put his body on the line and go get that yard. And it was big for us to be able to extend that drive in that moment. It's demoralizing for a defense, so we were very happy about that.
So many times, Duane, the last couple of years, you've had the pass block without a run game. Mm-hmm. What is the tangible difference to pass blocking when you're running for 200 yards?
It just makes the defense. Number one, when we're able to run the ball consistently, the defense doesn't like that. A lot of these guys, they want to rush the passer. That's what they want to do. They don't want to sit and defend the run all day. And so when you're able to do that, and they know you're going to do it, and they still can't stop it, it's huge. And then with the plays that we've been calling, bootlegs, play actions, it really sets things up for explosive plays down the field. And then obviously you're going to have some plays where you got to drop back. But it's just a good combination of it. It makes the defense have to respect that level of physicality you're coming with in the run game. So it's really big for us. We love it.
That was your first time starting with Phil Haynes next year. What'd you think of the way Phil played?
Played his tail off, man. I'm so excited for Phil, to be able to have this opportunity. Another guy that came in with a lot of promise, and injuries kind of set him back, and then he didn't really have the opportunities to get on the field as much. When I saw he was going to get the nod this week, I just expressed to him how happy I was and told him, just go put it on film. Just go put it on film. And he did that. He was a big part of the physical nature that we wanted to bring today, and I'm happy for him.
What was practice like this week? Coming off the loss, and the playoffs aren't out of the question, but it sounds like practice and Pete and everybody is sort of raved about how you guys approach it this week.
Well, that's the beauty of Pete, man. He's always going to have a way to inspire you, no matter what. And this is uncharted territory for a lot of people that have been in a part of this organization for the last 10 years. Having a losing season, no shot at the playoffs, no hope for the playoffs, is uncharted territory. So credit goes to him, just finding a way to keep guys inspired, and want to come out and perform at a high level, So, we're competitors, man. We're competitors. We're fighters. We're a resilient group. And we knew this was our last home game, so we wanted to put on a show. We're so appreciative of our fans of supporting us throughout, this year, even though things haven't been nearly as great as we wanted to be, and go out on a high note, and we're able to do that.
He's talked about a positive influence from Adrian Peterson. He's kind of a peer of yours. Have you had much interaction with Peterson?
With who's that?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a legend. He's a legend, and when we signed him, obviously, you don't want to pick a guy's brain like that. And obviously, he has injuries that's sidelined him, but just his presence, I think, has been really good for us, and especially for that room. Having Penny being around a guy like that, a guy that's accomplished everything, and he's one of the best of all time. I think it really helped his confidence as well. So we're glad to have him around the building. And no matter what, he's able to play or not.
DK said you guys went helmets on Thursday. Was that sort of the big practice day? Or?
Yeah. In weeks past, with the schedule getting kind of screwed up with the Tuesday game, Thursday had kind of turned into more of a recovery day as well. But this week turned up the intensity a little bit, and I think it was good. Guys were able to move around fast, were able to see a lot of looks a little bit faster than we had over weeks past, and I think it really, got us in the gear for today.
I know you got one game left, but what are you kind of hoping for happens for you this offseason? You like to come back, or what do you think?
I would love to be back, man. I would love to be back. I'm so grateful just for the last 4 years, the city of Seattle, the fans, the organization, you guys, my teammates. It's been an incredible 4 years for me. I would love to be back, but I'm just focused on next week, man. Finishing on a strong note, going to Arizona and trying to get another win, and then everything else will handle itself.
You played 17 games now, I think. No.
This will be 17, yeah.
How you feeling physically?
Feel like this will be a 17th game. I'm feeling good, man. I mean, as long as I'm able to go out there and run through the tunnel, I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful to be able to make it through this one. Praying for my guy Bobby, legend, another legend. Praying for him and his recovery, speedy recovery. But as long as I can run through the tunnel, I'm good to go.
Yeah, there's been some speculation about what will happen with the future of the franchise, whether it's Peter, it's Russell, trades and all that stuff. Have you guys talked about that in the locker room or anything?
Nah, speculation there's always speculation, especially when you have a losing season. You know what I mean? Everybody's want to figure out what's going to happen. I mean, you look at the amount that these guys have accomplished that have been here for this time. I mean, it doesn't just happen. You know what I mean? It don't just happen everywhere. So, whatever happens, these guys are legends, man. They're the best of the best. So, like I said, I'm just happy to be a part of it.
When you're making your choices for the future, what are you going to base it on? What do you think the vision of what's...
I mean, it's a lot of factors, man. I can't get into that right now. Again, man, I'm just trying to finish this thing strong. I would love to be here, but we'll see how that plays out.
You guys came in with championship aspirations this year. If you had to pinpoint maybe the main reason why you guys didn't accomplish that, what do you think it was?
It's hard to pinpoint one thing. I mean, you we had a lot of adversity. We had injuries, man. Chris going down, that was a big blow to our offense. Russ getting hurt, you know what I mean? He never missed a game, you know what I mean? And then he misses time with, the most important body part that he has, you know what I mean, as far as football is concerned. So, it's just a lot of things. And other than that, I mean, we've got some tough competition. Our division's been loaded. It's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of us, we could have been better at times, you know what I mean? But, it's just things happen, man. So we're grateful for the opportunity. We're grateful for, the journey. And so just ready to try to bounce back and finish the thing strong.
Thanks, Duane.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, sir.